Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Before I go into this, I would like to say that Law 16 works very closely with Law 18. The video for Law 18 will be coming out in a couple of days, so just keep that in mind. So, Law 16 states, use absence to increase respect and honor. Being constantly available decreases your perceived value. By strategically stepping back, withdrawing, or creating scarcity, you cultivate a sense of mystery and demand that makes others appreciate, respect, and desire your presence much more. Excuse me. So what's the core philosophy here? Let's talk about scarcity in human psychology. Human psychology is inherently transactional and driven by supply and demand. We naturally devalue things that are abundant, cheap, and easy to acquire. Conversely, we obsess over things that are scarce, restricted, and hard to attain. When you make yourself constantly visible, accessible, and engaged, you become common. People stop noticing your contributions, begin to take you for granted, and may subtly lose respect for you. By withdrawing at key moments, you create a vacuum. When you're not there, people are forced to confront the reality of what your absence feels like, which naturally inflates your worth. So there are 3 stages of application to this. To wield this law effectively, you cannot simply disappear at random. It requires the strategic 3-part approach. The first part is to establish a strong foundation first. This law is contextual. If you do not yet have a reputation, influence, or proven worth, disappearing will not make you legendary. You will simply be forgotten. You must first establish a robust presence. You need to prove your reliability. Become highly competent in your role. Make your presence highly useful to those around you. Second is strategic withdrawal. Once people are fully accustomed to your presence and depend on your contributions, it's time to withdraw temporarily. This can take many forms. First, we'll look at social workplace, an example of that. Take a well-deserved vacation, step back from leading a specific project, or simply stop answering emails immediately outside of strict working hours. You can also use this in romance. Delay your responses to messages and cease being instantly available for every whim. And then there is the golden timing. Pull back just before people start getting tired of you. The sudden contrast makes your absence loud. Thirdly, let the void generate value. When you step back, a void is created. During this time, your absence regenerates people's desire, forces them to do the work, and allows your hidden value to be exposed to others. They will begin to talk about you, admire your past contributions, and actively demand your return. So, what are some real-world examples and maybe an example of the nuance of control? To understand the dynamic of absence, you can point to several historical and modern illustrations. Let's talk about Napoleonic diplomacy. Napoleon Bonaparte knew that if he attended the theater in Paris every single day, his presence would become ordinary and people would cease to care. By only attending once a month, his appearances became massive, celebrated events that generated excitement and anticipation. Let's talk about the art of scarcity in business. Art dealer Joseph Devine would buy up entire collections of masterpieces and strategically store them away from the public eye. By reducing the available supply of the artist's work on the market, he artificially and effectively spiked the price and desirability of those pieces. Let's talk about the mystique of recluses. Novelists like J.D. Salinger and Thomas Pynchon built immense enduring legacies, not just through their work, but by famously retreating from the public eye. Their lack of public circulation kept people fascinated by them. But I should probably give you at least one example, maybe a couple, of when to be careful. Understanding the limitations of this law is just as important as knowing how to use it. There is a danger of over absence. Like, if you disappear for too long, you will lose your social sharpness, precious experience, and vital information about what is happening in your environment. People will simply learn to live without you entirely. Let's discuss absence versus secrecy, and this has to do with what I was talking about coming up in Law 18. So, Law 16 is about using short-term, temporary absence to heighten your value within a specific group. It is a tactic for social presence. In contrast, Law 18 warns about the dangers of isolating yourself from the world, which can cut you off from vital information and network flow. More on Law 18 to come in another video soon. So that is a general idea of what Law 16 is about. I know this video is a little longer than normal, but this is a really important law. If you guys have not watched the previous videos on Laws 1 through 15, you really should go back to my channel and watch those in order. This law will make a lot better sense if you do. As always, with every one of these videos, feel free to comment about this. If you have questions, feel free to ask, or join us in a live stream and we can discuss it. As long as it remains respectful, decent, and it's not super disruptive, I'll discuss anything. But I hope this has helped you guys to understand just a little bit more of how the world works. Hope to see you all soon.